Exciting win on a Friday night in Doug Kingsmore Stadium against a great club in Florida State. We didn't play the cleanest of baseball games from a defensive standpoint, but we just hung in there. Super proud of our bullpen. I was proud of Mac Anglin. I mean, he gutted it out. He probably wasn't as sharp as he was last week, but he really competed and gave us a chance. And the bullpen did a phenomenal job. And holy smokes, the 8th inning, we gave ourselves a chance. So proud of just a number of guys. Dylan Brewer, hadn't gotten in there a ton lately, and comes off the bench against Hare, who's really good, and leads it off with a base hit, and then Blackwell with a 2-strike infield hit, and then Engel gets on base, puts the ball in play, and then Wright smokes the ball to third base with 2 strikes on him, gets on base, and then Wagner 0-2 hits the grand slam. So and then Amos just slammed the door on him in the 9th. He was devastating, just blowing fastballs in there. So just all in all, it was a lot of fun, and had a great crowd tonight. And you could certainly feel the crowd there at the end. We needed the crowd behind us when we gave ourselves a chance there in the 8th inning. But all in all, just a great win for us at home.
Coach, you won 6 out of your last 7 now, 4 of them against ranked teams. I know you don't put a lot of emphasis on those ranked matchups, but what's been the difference over the stretch, do you think?
I think just playing more consistent baseball. I mean, I think that's the main thing. Is we've been able to take the lead early. Like even in the 1st inning today, like when we score first, we're a much different team. Even when they score a couple runs, just the fact that we score first, I think pays dividends for us. The ability of the starting pitcher to get us at least 4, because our bullpen's been pretty solid for us. I think that's the main 2 things. If you look at over the last whatever it is. It's just scoring early in the ball game and being able to get a little bit deeper into the game. And our offense has picked us up when our pitching struggled, and our pitching has picked us up when our offense has struggled. So I think that's the main thing is just both sides of the ball, working together to find a way to win a game. And our defense has been really good. Again, we had a couple miscues today on a safety squeeze, and a ball that got by Coop in right field. But all in all, our defense, especially our infield defense, has been rock solid.
On the go ahead.
Can you talk about the job Dill did? Came in, I believe, bases were loaded.
Yeah.
Worked out trouble there.
I was really proud of Labriola and Dill. I mean, both those guys came in and did a great job. Got back-to-back strikeouts. In relief, and obviously Dill. I mean, that's a high leverage situation, right? To be able to come in with the bases loaded and do what he did. So really proud of him.
Coach, I played in the 3rd inning that gave the Seminoles a 2-1 lead. It was the steal, and then looked like you were watching the runner at 3rd, but I guess when Blackwell slipped, that enabled them to score. Is that what happened?
Yeah, so the way that you run that play is it was a still and stop by Florida State. So we were throwing through. We were going to return the throw to the plate. So it's what we call a 4 call. But we teach our middle infielders that, look, if the throw is high, or if you lose your footing whatsoever, you can't try to return that throw. Now the runner that's in the rundown is going to be at second, and the run's going to score regardless. So the throw has to be on the money for him to be able to catch the ball in his chest and be able to return the throw to the plate. So he did the right thing. Once the throw, and I haven't seen the play, but I could tell that the throw was not quite on line, and he needed to turn his attention to the base runner and get the out to get out of it.
That 5 backs and just the run he's on right now. Just talk about how well he's playing.
Yeah, Wagner, I mean, he's been unreal for us. I mean, I think he said, I don't know, is it 5 home runs in the last 4 games or 4? I don't know what it is, but he's killing it right now. I mean, he's maybe the best player in our league right now. I mean, he plays great defensively, and he's swinging the bat exceptionally well. And I mean, he's stepped up for us big time and hitting the ball to all fields. I mean, he's a phenomenal player.
You mentioned that pinch hitting Brewer there in the 8th. He hadn't had a hit in almost a month. What gave you just the gut feeling with that?
Well,
in that
we
moment?
felt like against Hare that a left-handed hitter was a better option. And Dylan has the most at bats of any left-handed hitter that we have, and he can hit a fastball. One thing that he can do, he can hit a fastball. So, he threw him a split on the first pitch, and Dylan did a really good job of just selling out to the fastball. And we told him, sell out to the fastball, spit on anything off speed, and threw him a split. He took it, and he got a fastball, and he smoked it. So, just really proud of Dylan. He's been working his rear end off, and take advantage of that opportunity there. Was big.
Do you know the plan pitching wise for the next?
Not yet. We'll go in there, and obviously we'll talk about it, and we'll announce something as soon as possible. So, we haven't had a chance to talk as a staff. A lot of it was dependent upon who we used out of the pen tonight. If we needed to use somebody that was in the mix to potentially start for tomorrow. So once I get a chance to talk to C, and we'll announce something relatively quickly.
How nice was it to see Jay Dill bounce back just after obviously a rough?
Yeah, I mean, look at what he did. Look at what Jay Dill did against Georgia, and then look at what he did tonight. And I told him on the bus after the game against Wake, where he had a tough start, right? I said, look, you're going to have an exceptional career here at Clemson. I mean, look at how many innings you've thrown as a true freshman. How many times we bring you in high leverage situations to pitch. Don't let it bother you whatsoever. You're going to be right back in there. And that's the thing I like about Jay. He's a low anxiety, low heartbeat type guy. He's just one of those guys that you trust to bring into the game because he throws so many strikes, and really proud of him.
David Lewis made his first career start there on, I think it was Saturday against Wake Forest, and started a few games since. What does he bring to your lineup?
Well, I just feel like he's one of our better freshman hitters. I just feel like he's a good hitter, and he doesn't have a ton to show for it, quite yet, but we think he's going to be good for us. So just feel like getting him in there, especially with the lefty starter, felt like it made sense, and I thought he did some good things. He got a hit by pitch. I mean, he's got a 2-strike hit at Wake, hit an 0-2 ball out of the ballpark, and he hit a double at Georgia that was called foul. So I mean, he's done some good things for a true freshman.
Do you remember when you first saw Max, or how he kind of came on?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Max, how he kind of came on your radar when you first saw him?
Well, we recruited him. Story on Wagner. We first heard about Wagner from a former Clemson Tiger, Jason Birkin. So he's from Wisconsin, and he worked out in Birkin's facility. That's how we found out about him. And Bradley and Andrew both saw him play. Really liked him. We offered him. He committed to us, and then I actually went to go see him after he had committed to us, and I was blown away by him. The first swing that I saw him take in a game with a wood bat was a home run. So I was obviously impressed with the first time I saw him. So I thought he had a chance to be a special player. And, I'm proud of him. Look, last year he played a good bit for us, and he struggled. He struggled some in the fall, struggled some in the preseason. Heck, he didn't even start some early for us. And, he's got such a high level of poise and composure and maturity about him. He handled that really well. When he got in there, he just ran with it, and he's having a heck of a season for us.
Anything else for Coach?